Alright, so today I came across this problem where I have a navigation bar. So if you take a look at my HTML, I have a container, right? I have a whole container, and then in it is a navigation bar. We have a div and a navigation bar, and everything that's in it is a logo div. So the logo is one box, and then I have the navigation like links as its own div, and I called it links, okay? So that's its own div too. So inside the navigation bar, we have two divs, right? So one is a logo and one is the actual links. And so what I did was I floated the logo navigation I floated the logo div to the left. So if you could see it, it looks like 1 pixel. Let's do white solid. So that's the div for the logo. And then what I did was I floated the nav bar links to the right. So you can see that now this is the div. Let's do that another color. Let's do blue. So you could see the blue is the links, right? So I floated one to the left, one to the right. Now what happens is when I go to the navigation bar and I set a border, I see that the navigation bar isn't fitting to resize, fitting the two divs. Instead, it has no height. So I find that really weird because I'm like, usually when it's like this, when it has no height, it's because there's nothing in the div, but there is something in the div. There's actually two divs, right? There's two divs in the nav bar. But the thing is, so actually let me show you. If I were to put in like an H1 and A, it would actually resize. You would see that the yellow resizes to fit the content. You can see that A is right there. So I was like, why aren't divs considered content? And the thing is, they are, but when we float them, the main div, which is the nav bar, doesn't fit to resize when the content in it is floated. So the solution to that, there's two solutions. You can do over here, overflow hidden, and now it resizes to be the size that it should be. And that's you're applying that to everything. So this little asterisk means everything. Or what you could have done, if you go to the nav bar, you could set, let's say, you could float this to the left. And then you could give it a width of 100%. And then it would be the same outcome. But I think I prefer the overflow hidden because it's less code and kind of, doesn't... It has less chances of affecting other code in the future. So that's the solution to that.